Today, we're going to be reacting to woke TikToks. Mind you, I should start a class action lawsuit so we can all get some sort of compensation for having to be exposed to these videos. I swear after watching some of them, I lost a couple brain cells. And mind you, I don't have a lot to deal with, so this is a medical emergency. And if y'all don't see how these videos make the entire community look bad, then I have some news for you. The first one is a young gentleman or woman, because honestly, I really don't know what they identify as, in their car, crying, as per usual. Number one, all you're doing is proving the recruiter right, that maybe you should take it down to the Navy. Clearly, you're not mentally fit for the job. Yes, being disappointed is one thing. Getting in your car, setting up a camera to cry, and then post it to the internet. I'm sure that recruiter saw that video and said, "Good job, boys. We clearly dodged a bullet there." I'm unsure if this person is trans. I have no idea. I mean, I see a lot of rainbows, so I can assume they are a part of the alphabet mafia somewhere along the lines, but it's very unclear to which part. They don't let people with mental health issues into the military for numbers of reasons. I mean, if you were on the front lines, how would your reaction be? I don't know, say you started getting lit up like a Christmas tree. Would you run, grab a camera, and start vlogging and crying? I mean, what would be the reaction to that? Because the way that you take disappointment is not great. So how would you take that? I can only imagine. Scary. And I mean, we need the best of the best in the military. I'm sorry. I mean, when World War III happens, hopefully it doesn't. I don't know how safe I would feel with you being on the front lines, especially like because you're a car crier. Those ones are especially dangerous to watch out for because they're capable of anything. This next video is the one that really rotted my brain the most. Obviously, you can kind of tell this person must identify like under the trans umbrella in some sort of way. But then when I watch this video, it just reassures me that I'm absolutely correct in this statement. Like, you guys, I can't.
Yeah, at work, I'm about to drop off an order, and my diaper's getting kind of full right now, so I might need to change really soon, but it is very discreet. Check out my last video for the discreet outfits video, but my diaper is getting a little full right now.
My diaper is getting a little full right now. My diaper. Then you go on to say that it's discreet. Discreet how? You literally took your camera out in your car, might I add, and you filmed yourself and told everyone that you were wearing a diaper as a grown adult. I mean, it's seriously comical at this point. This just really irks me, is if I react to videos like this on TikTok or anywhere, like there will be people in the LGBTQ community who will be like, "Are you picked yet? Are you picked yet?" Do you agree with that? Like, do you think that's normal? Do you think that that's okay? I mean, I don't really understand how I'm all of a sudden the bad guy, the villain. I call that out as being mentally ill or there's something wrong. If you can watch that video and think, wow, this looks like a nice gentleman or a nice lady, and I would love to get to know them, well, good for you, because that ain't me. Do you see what I mean? Like the brain rot from this video alone, it's like, I'm trying to think about how we went from A to Z, like how we got here in the span of it. I'm not getting anything when I think about it. I can't figure it out. If you guys know, let me know in the comments. But for me, I'm blaming it on mental health.
I was just walking down the street to go get my medication because I'm out and I need it for today. And I saw a woman walking her 2 kids. And she had this look on her face. And I looked at her, we made eye contact, and we both kind of nodded. Like we were both just devastated. And you could just tell in her eyes. I can't believe this country did this again.
Please tell me there are other people out there who get extremely uncomfortable when car cry videos come up, because I'm like, there was a lot of thought behind this, okay? There was the setting up of the camera. There was the tears. There was the editing. There was the watching the video through and then pressing post. What I really wonder is if this woman had the same disappointment leaving the hair salon because the Lord Farquaad cut was butchered. Last time I checked, Trump was president for 4 years, and you're still living and breathing on this earth, still crying in your car, still probably unemployed, and you're still here doing it. So what do you think's going to change now? I mean, that he's going to be president again. Anything? The fear-mongering alone, which makes people feel that they're somehow going to be like locked up in internment camps or whatever, is so insane to me. And the fact that people have no context clues, and that is a whole nother ball game. Also, are you a mind reader? Okay, because I've got an idea. All right, hear me out. I'm thinking that maybe we could start a circus. You, if you're a mind reader, you can have a tent. There's a lot of bearded ladies now. They can have their own tent. We got the adult baby. There's a lot we could work with. Like, there's a lot of monetization that can be made if you guys are all willing to, like, work for a circus. I think it's a good idea, so just put some thought into it, because then you can actually check the employed section when you fill out applications to things. I am constantly told in my comment section, X, Y, and Z amount of times, this stuff isn't happening. They are not mutilating children. I don't know, look up Chloe Cole. I mean, look Chloe Cole up. Look her story up, and then come back to this video, and then write the same thing in the comments, because there's her, there's Jess Jennings, and I'm sure countless others that have been afraid to come forward. But that is another story for a different day. Along with that, we want to talk about trans women in the bathroom. Mind you, I am very, I have mixed feelings about this whole thing, okay? Obviously I do feel like trans women who are putting effort in and trying to blend in with society should be able to use the bathroom that they are most congruent with, okay? I can get behind you with that. Where I draw the line, okay, is bearded men, or bearded ladies, bearded ladies, child predators. I mean, the list goes on and on. The fact that people say it doesn't happen, it does, okay? And the fact that we have no stipulations being trans, or what trans is anymore, is the reason that this stuff is allowed to go on.
You assured us that these policies were perfectly safe. See, Loudoun County, Virginia, a trans student was allowed into the women's bathroom where he assaulted a girl. They moved him to another school where he did it again. See, Irvine, California last month, where a trans student entered the women's locker room and flashed the girls there. When they confronted him, he mercilessly beat them. This happened again in Gwinnett County, Georgia. This happened again in Oklahoma City. This happened again in Ohio, where a trans man was allowed to use the locker room where he was arrested for flashing little girls. The judge dropped the charges after he ruled that this man was too fat for them to see anything. In this city, a man using they-them pronouns hunted down and killed a female jogger because he, quote, wanted to look just like her.
So does anyone want to redact their statements of it's not happening? I get the bad apples that this video is portraying are causing the whole community to look bad, okay? I can reason with you there. But number one, not having any stipulations for what trans is anymore. I can wake up one day and decide that, I don't know, I want to be a chair, and that's okay. And now you have to accommodate me when I go somewhere. This is not how this works. A transition is just that, a transition, which takes a long time to get from A to Z. You guys just think when you wake up in the morning and say you're trans that now you all of a sudden get access to everything that other trans women have literally had to wait years and years, in order to be respectful, to get access to those things. But you are so entitled to think that you deserve them right now because you thought today, I'm a woman, so now I deserve everything. No. Let me say it again. No. The problem is this stuff is happening. And now with no stipulations for what trans is making it easier, okay? Whether you want to believe it or not, it's making it easier for predators and all these other disgusting individuals to slip their way into bathrooms. The community thinks, well, we need to accept everyone. We can't question it. We have to be 100% believe everything that the LGBTQ community says because it's a herd sheep mentality. And if you don't, then you're ostracized and there's pitchforks, a whole bunch of other things. And now you are the problem, right? Do we want to allow this stuff to happen? A lot of these trans people that I see have no empathy for others. They are so selfish, so narcissistic. All they think about is themselves. Me. Take everything, and now everyone else deal with it. There are barely any positive traits that people can connect to trans people because of all of the negative press that all of these people continue to give us. The problem is that you guys, instead of focusing on the real problems, the real bad apples, and really showcasing light that, hey, we're not all like that, okay? Like, we don't all think the same. You guys just want to let it slide because you think in the community, if you don't let it slide, now you're ostracized. This next one is truly a fan favorite, all right? This next one it's so good. So I have a couple questions actually. Since when do they let ladders in a padded room? Aren't they supposed to have any like sharp objects away? Okay. So you're ripping your own hair out and you're hitting yourself in the head because someone misgendered you. Is everything okay at home? Was your childhood okay? I mean, I'm gonna guess no. Why do you guys go into rage mode and you start like shaving your head or ripping your hair out or punching yourself in the face? Like, it's so odd to me. I don't really understand. Quick piece of advice. You get misgendered, then you move on. You stay at the job because that's what adults do, and you just continue working the rest of your shift instead of taking unpaid time off to go into the back room to set your phone up, start ripping your hair out and hitting yourself. It truly is something that needs to be studied. I'm sorry, but these content creators that set up their cameras and cry in their cars and talk about all this stuff and hit themselves and just the plethora of others, there really does need to be a study, a case study. Because I really want to know if their brain function is like the same, if they're missing something, if something just didn't develop properly. There is something wrong there. It's just giving a lot of very like, I'm unemployed. Like, I've never held down a job in my life. Imagine you're the employer and you're just like watching this video. Someone like set their camera up in the back room and they're like literally beating themselves like off the clock. Like, it's comical to me because there just is no logic behind it. None at all. None at all. You can be like hurt or upset that someone misgendered you. I'm not saying you can't be, but the extreme that you guys go, you take it to a whole nother new level. I mean, woo! It is next level with y'all. You don't give up. You don't stop, actually. You are chronically online, and that's the problem. I have tons more of these things to react to. So if you guys like this video, definitely give it a thumbs up and let me know. I think it's time that I start bringing this to YouTube because TikTok doesn't give me enough time to talk. And I have a lot to say. A lot. Don't forget to subscribe and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.